The presence of people of African descent in Mexico dates back to the early colonial period when enslaved Africans were brought to the region by the Spanish conquistadors. These Africans were brought as slaves to work in various industries such as mining, agriculture, and domestic service. Over time, many of these Africans intermarried with the indigenous and mestizo populations, leading to the emergence of a distinct Afro-Mexican population. Today, the Afro-Mexican population is predominantly located in the coastal regions of southern Mexico, particularly in the states of Guerrero, Oaxaca, and Veracruz. These communities have preserved their African cultural heritage through music, dance, and culinary traditions. They are known for their vibrant music and dance forms such as son joroco and Afro-Mexican drumming. The Afro-Mexican communities have faced historical marginalization and discrimination, often being overlooked in national narratives and policies. They have fought for recognition and equal rights within Mexican society, advocating for greater visibility and representation in politics, education, and cultural institutions. In recent years, there have been efforts to highlight the contributions and cultural richness of Afro-Mexican communities through initiatives such as the recognition of Afro-Mexican as an official category in the national census and the establishment of cultural centers and museums dedicated to Afro-Mexican heritage. Despite these challenges, Afro-Mexican communities have a strong sense of identity and pride in their African roots. They continue to celebrate their heritage through traditional ceremonies and festivals that honor their ancestors and cultural traditions. Economically, many Afro-Mexican communities rely on fishing, agriculture, and small-scale businesses for their livelihoods. Some communities also engage in tourism and artisanal crafts to generate income and promote their cultural heritage. Education is an important factor in improving the socio-economic status of Afro-Mexican communities. Efforts have been made to provide better access to education and promote cultural awareness and pride among Afro-Mexican students. Healthcare access is another important issue facing Afro-Mexican communities, particularly in remote rural areas. Initiatives are being implemented to improve healthcare services and address the specific health needs of these marginalized populations. Land rights and access to resources are key concerns for Afro-Mexican communities, especially in areas where they have historically faced displacement and discrimination. Efforts are underway to address these issues and promote greater land tenure security for Afro-Mexican communities. Cultural preservation and promotion are central to the resilience of Afro-Mexican communities. Through initiatives such as community festivals, cultural exchanges, and educational programs, these communities strive to preserve their heritage and share it with others. Art and music play a significant role in Afro-Mexican culture, with traditional art forms such as painting, sculpture, and dance reflecting the community's African roots and unique cultural practices. Afro-Mexican artists and musicians are gaining recognition both nationally and internationally for their innovative work. Gender equality and women's empowerment are emerging issues within Afro-Mexican communities. Efforts are being made to empower women through education, entrepreneurship, and access to resources, while also addressing gender-based violence and discrimination. Political representation for Afro-Mexican communities remains limited, with few elected officials and leaders representing their interests at the local and national levels. Advocacy efforts are underway to promote greater political participation and representation for Afro-Mexican populations. Religion plays a significant role in Afro-Mexican communities, with a blend of Catholicism and traditional African beliefs shaping their spiritual practices and rituals. Many communities celebrate religious festivals and ceremonies that blend Catholic and African traditions, reflecting their diverse cultural heritage. Language preservation is an important aspect of Afro-Mexican identity, with traditional languages and dialects being spoken in many communities alongside Spanish. Efforts are being made to promote language revitalization initiatives and preserve unique linguistic traditions. Migration and urbanization have impacted Afro-Mexican communities, leading to a loss of traditional practices and cultural heritage in some areas. Efforts are being made to address the challenges of migration and urbanization, while preserving the cultural identity of Afro-Mexican populations. Social cohesion and community solidarity are central to the resilience of Afro-Mexican communities, with strong familial and community ties providing support and strength during times of adversity. Initiatives are being implemented to promote social integration and unity within Afro-Mexican communities. Environmental conservation is a growing concern for Afro-Mexican communities, especially in regions where traditional livelihoods such as fishing and agriculture are impacted by environmental degradation. Initiatives are being undertaken to promote sustainable practices and protect the natural resources on which these communities depend. Overall, Afro-Mexican communities continue to celebrate and preserve their rich cultural heritage while navigating the challenges of social, economic, and political marginalization. Efforts to promote awareness, recognition, and empowerment among Afro-Mexican populations are crucial to ensuring their continued resilience and flourishing within Mexican society. If you have found something interesting in this conversation, kindly support this channel by subscribing and tell a friend to subscribe.
Y ya se están quedando en Chacao. Lo que va pasando de que como vienen mucha gente de dinero y se ponen a construir como una cabaña de 2 pisos así. Ellos tienen como hacerlo, pero uno ahí está haciendo sus cabañitas todas rascuachas, pero ahí va. Y aquí el que va ganando dinero es el que tiene dinero. Sí.
The lack of urban and real estate planning in Chickawa could lead to a problematic future for its inhabitants. The increasing sales of their land and the constant rising of its prices are the main problems this coastal town is facing. But all hope is not lost. If the people become more conscious and aware about this issue and gather as a community to make promising and positive choices for the future, then there is still a chance they could make the right decisions before it's too late.
Si tuvieras que mandar un mensaje a los habitantes de Chacagua, ¿qué les dirías?
Ay, que no vendieran sus terrenitos. Que no nos vendieran, por favor.
Y ahorita te vas, entras a las 5, veces no sacas ni uno ni para comer. Es muy variable la pesca, así es. Más ahorita. Antes estaba mejor, que pues había más producto, pero ahorita ya no.
Cuando tenía 12 años empecé a sacar los ostiones. Mi conexión con el mar pues es muy bonito lo que hallo yo, porque conoces muchas cosas del mar, como por ejemplo los peces. Es una conexión no le podría explicar, porque es muy bonito la conexión. Pues el alimento del mar es muy natural, es muy sabroso. Es nutritivo, que uno mismo pesca su producto pues, y es fresco para la familia, algunos amigos, una visita que llega. Sí, de ahí saco para el pan del día. Cuando vamos a pescar a las ostras, pues tienes que agarrar tu equipo, tu visor, tu barreta. Como por ejemplo, ahorita traje mi barreta. Esta es la que ocupo para sacar los ostiones. Pongo mi visor, me meto al agua, agarro un poco de aire para poder aguantar abajo del agua y meterme a darle. Ya salgo, saco uno, dos, salgo, me meto otra vez a sacar otro, a picarle, a darle. Sí.
The mismanagement of the marine living resources has had a direct impact on the community of Chacagua. Scarcity of fish and shrimp is putting those who depend on it most at greater risk. A better controlled use of resources could help considerably to maintain the balance in the ecosystem as a whole.
Antes yo pescaba, me iba a pescar a la laguna, anduve vendiendo pescado para Acapulco, camarón me iba yo a México a vender, camarón seco. Que la abundancia ya no abunda tanto pescado, ya no, como antes que había demasiado pescado. Ahora ya hay poco camarón, poco pescado, muy poco hay ahora. La sobrepesca y ahorita ya demasiada gente también, sí. Muchísima gente y más con el turismo. Están construyendo muchas casas ahorita, sí.
My name is Zella, and I've been in Chicago for 4 years. I came to Chicago for the first time 5 years ago. And I came here to surf, and I stayed. Well, that's more complicated. I stayed, I fell in love with the place, and then a local. Yeah. Chicago is a really special place. It's kind of a part of the past.